Hello, my name is Julie and this is ksmomcrochets. Today is the final video of the Gnome Surprise collab with Rebecca over at Yarn and Pajamas, and I'm so excited. So for those that are just joining me for the first time, I want to give a brief introduction about what Rebecca and I are doing. So I asked Rebecca if she wanted to do this collaboration with me, and she said yes. So what we did is we used our Instax printer to print off a Polaroid picture of a gnome pattern that we wanted the other person to do, and the other person didn't know what gnome they were going to get. And so we put that picture in the card and we mailed it off to each other. And so in the first video we opened our cards and we seen our picture of our gnome. So this is the Daffodil Gnome from PampinoGnome on Etsy, and this is the gnome that Rebecca picked for me. And then in the second video we showed our yarns and worked on it for a little bit and showed some progress, and then in this video it is the final reveal. And I'm so excited to show you all what my gnome looks like. But Rebecca and I were talking, and you know, we didn't show any progress on our regular crochet podcast videos. You know, we would kind of say that we were working on it, but you all didn't get to see that progress. So what we decided to do is we decided to take pictures of our progress, and then I made like a little slideshow, and I am going to insert that slideshow so that you can see the progress of my gnome. So here is that slideshow. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed that slideshow. I enjoyed working on my gnome so much, and without further ado, here is my Daffodil Gnome. So as you can see in the picture that Rebecca sent to me, I had a choice between two gnome patterns, or hat patterns, and I chose this Daffodil Gnome. So he does have his fluffy little beard. And just to refresh your memory, I used a 2.75 millimeter hook, and I used all Shepya's Katona cotton. I used bridal white for the bottom and for the trim and this part and the petals on the daffodil. I used forest green for all of the leaves and for this stem. And I did put wire in the stem to kind of give it that curved shape. And I also used the forest green on the arms and the body. And in the picture that is actually this gnome hat pattern, the hat did not have this green trim, but the other one did, and I really liked that. So I did add that green trim with the simple stitch or the crab stitch all the way around. And then the hat is in the color Primrose. The actual daffodil flower is in the color Yellow Gold. So yes, that is the colors that I use. And in my second video I showed you all three colors of felt that I was debating about doing for the beard. And as you can see, I chose this light yellow. I thought that it matched the hat well. I also had a darker yellow, and I had a white color. I had a person suggest me mixing those colors, and I thought about doing that, but I was afraid that I would mess it up, and since this was for a collaboration, I wanted it to come out nice. But for this one, I thought that yeah, that looks better. I thought that this color of beard matched the hat well. So yes, this is my Daffodil Gnome, and I enjoyed making him so much. There was no problems with the pattern. Everything's very well written and clear, and I love her gnome patterns. The only thing is where this pattern had two different hats, there wasn't, in my opinion, there wasn't enough pictures of different angles of how to sew on the leaves and the actual flower up here. So what I did is I went to the original listing for this pattern on Etsy, and on that listing, you know, there's different pictures that you can look at of the gnome, and she had more angles on there of this gnome. So I was able to look at those pictures and go from there to decide how I wanted to do my flower. And I think that her flower was pointed more like this, and I kind of wish that I had done that, but it's okay. I still think he turned out really cute, and I think I did a pretty good job on his beard. Rebecca does have an excellent beard tutorial, and I always watch that when I'm making my gnomes just to refresh my memory, because it's such a good tutorial on how to do the needle felting beards. And there is no color name for this beard. It was just a box of, you know, just a bunch of different colors that I bought off of Amazon. Also in the pattern, it only called for, or it said to make 2 of the small leaves and then 1 of the bigger leaf. But then when I was looking at the pictures, I only seen 2 leaves on this particular gnome. And I had already made the 3rd one, so I decided just to go ahead and stitch it over here. It could have just been the angles that she used on the pictures. Maybe you just couldn't see that 3rd one. But yeah, that was the only thing. And I did put my cardboard in the bottom, and so he sits really, really well. And I just want to say thank you so much, Rebecca, for doing this with me. I enjoyed it so much, and I am so excited to see Rebecca's gnome and see what hers turned out, the one that I picked for her. And as soon as her video is listed, I will have a link to it in my description box so that you can go and see her progress or see her finished gnome as well. So thank you all so much for watching this. Like I said, I had so much fun, and I hope that you all enjoyed Rebecca and I doing this collab together, because it was just so much fun. And like I said, I hope that you like him too. I think I did okay on him. And yeah, I just love making gnomes too. So I think that it was a good idea that I had to take 2 people that love to make gnomes and just make a surprise out of it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all real soon in another video. Bye.